Hey everyone, George here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be unboxing some discus fish. They just arrived and a friend of mine wanted me to come over and show him how I acclimate fish to a tank, and we're going to go there and do that, and we'll take a little bit of time to show you the unboxing. Hopefully everything is okay with these fish. I'm sure that it is. I've got a really great supplier that I get fish from, so I'm not too concerned about it. But when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get these fish unboxed, and hang in there with me. We'll be right back. And always afraid to open these boxes. Let's hope everything is okay. He's got the seal on here. Really tape this thing up. Really got taped. Nice heat pack in there, as you can see. Keep these guys warm. Usually there should be some black packing in the bottom of these, which doesn't tell us anything about the fish. So we're going to have to get this extra bag out of here. Be careful not to puncture the whole thing. Make sure just this outer bag is cut. I can't see down in there, but hopefully, let's see if we can tip this up and see how these fish are doing. And he's alive, as you can see. That's one. And here's our second one. Nice sized fish. They're a little bigger, I think, than what he told me. I mean, he told me he was going to give me a surprise, so let's see how this guy's doing. It appears that he's alive. Boy, nice sized fish. Way bigger than 3 inches, that's for sure. Okay, so they're all alive. We're going to get these guys in the tank to be acclimated, and I will show you that in just a few minutes. Right now I'm going to put these guys in a Ziploc bag. I noticed that there is a hole in one of these bags here, so I am going to get them in a Ziploc. We are going to take the top off this tank first. Set it aside so we can float them in here. And see if I can get this guy in here without hassle. Because I don't want any of the water, even though I trust Gabe and everything, I just don't want any of the water to end up in my tank. So I'm going to be extremely careful. That worked out really well. Got not much enough water in here, but enough to float these guys. And we'll put that one over, and then we'll do this same thing to this one, even though this bag is probably okay. These are double bagged. Make sure that we're only cutting into the one bag. Now you notice that I turned the bag upside down and did not have the staple part of the bag on the top. And the reason for that is because it's easier to dump it without that staple in the way that seals the bag. Well, Gabe, you did a good job of sealing these, that's for sure. I like the way Gabe does this kind of stuff because you can be guaranteed that the fish are going to arrive alive, number one. And number two, these are bigger fish than what I expected from him, so that was a bonus. And also, I mean, you can really be guaranteed that these fish are going to do well in this environment. Yeah. Boy, we've got this one triple bagged. Getting to it now. Let's get this off here. Get my other bag ready here. I know both fish are alive because I've already checked on that and verified that they were okay before I took them. Just by turning the bag upside down. As you can see, he's doing fine. I'm going to turn this bag upside down. Doesn't hurt the fish to do that. And then do the same thing that I did with the other one. I'm going to cut the bottom of this all off. And dump his bag into this. I always keep these big Ziploc bags around because you just really never know when you're going to have to do something like that. There isn't a lot of water in here, but by the time I start adding it and they get acclimated, there we go. We've got them floating in here. We'll leave them in here for about 30 minutes floating just to get acclimated to temperature. And then after that, I'll come back. We'll add a little water to it a couple of times here, and then we'll release these guys into the tank. So I've had these guys floating about 30 minutes here, and basically what I'm going to do is use a turkey baster, as you can see here, and get some water from the back of the tank. And I will be adding that water to the bag here, each one of the bags. And as I do that, basically it's going to acclimate these fish to my water, even though I know my water is really good because I've had Discus in here for a very long time. These fish need to get used to the pH, and there is zero ammonia, zero nitrites in this water, so I know the water's in really good shape. And so I'm going to add, I'll do that a couple of times with the turkey baster just to get these guys acclimated, and then we'll release them into the tank. When I release them, I'll get back to you and show you the process in which I do that. I do not use a net because I do not want these guys to have their fins all roughed up from a net. I have a way of doing it that I think is a pretty good way of making sure that these fish get into the tank in good shape. When we come back, we'll release these guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove most of the water that's in here. Not the fish, but I'm going to remove most of the water so that when I do take this fish out of here, I'm basically going to be hand removing him into the tank. I'm holding on to him really tight, and I'm just going to release him into the tank. That's easier on the fish because what happens is the fish does not get his fins all tore up from the net. That's a real problem sometimes. And we're going to do the same thing with this guy right here. This guy's got a little bit of clamped fin, so I'm a little worried about him, but I think it's just like anything else. Every fish is a little different. We're going to get most of the water out of this bag. Do the same thing. Every fish is different, so this guy could be a real fighter and not act like it, but he seems fine, and I'm just going to release him into the tank, as you can see. So these fish have been in this tank for about 24 hours now, and everyone's doing great. There's no going back and forth as far as sparring with each other. I haven't seen any fighting going on. They're not eating yet, but I haven't fed for today, so I'm not sure how they're going to react to food, but we'll see how that goes over the next couple of days, and I'll do a follow-up video. I want to thank Jack Watley Discus and Gabe Posada over there for his help with these. They came in great condition. A lot of people complain about the condition of the fish when they get them, and these guys are in great condition. I couldn't be happier. Thank you, Gabe, for all you do. Whenever I have a problem, I call Gabe, and he's always there 100% of the time. So I just want to, give a shout out to him for that. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you have any comments, leave them down below here, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for joining me today, and lots of fun stuff coming up. The channel's growing. Hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, we are out of here.